Hello, YouTube! I'm currently experiencing a few difficulties with my Darth Plagueis review, seeing as it's turned into an in-depth analysis of the text rather than a simple review. So it's gonna take me a while. In the mean, I thought I would continue my series on lightsaber combat, describing a few of the elements I forgot to mention and detailing some of my own theories, and so on. To start off, I thought I would describe my theories about the situational origins of the 7 lightsaber forms. So, here we go. Shii-Cho, Makashi, and Sarisu were all born out of necessity. Shii-Cho was the tutorial style, establishing the basics, and acting as a transition style from the old swords and katanas the Jedi used to carry. Makashi was designed to combat the rise of Dark Jedi and focused on lightsaber dueling, an application Shii-Cho failed to address. Sarisu came into being because Makashi did its job too well. Opposing lightsaber duelists essentially died out, leaving only blaster-wielding criminals, and Makashi was never designed to combat projectile weapons. Here's my theory on Ataru. It was designed to function as a backup to Sarisu, to compensate for Sarisu's lack of offensive capabilities. And this would explain why Ataru is so monomaniacally focused on attack at the complete expense of defense. As we see with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ataru neatly complements his specialization in Sarisu, and in my opinion, he uses Ataru as it's meant to be used. It was never meant to be a primary style, but then some joker went and practiced Ataru as his primary, and it caught on, and now it's the most popular form, and now it's something it was never meant to be. Shii-Cho wasn't developed to compensate for Sarisu's deficiencies. It was developed to replace Sarisu because of them. And it's a pretty powerful style. Sarisu moves executed with a Makashi mentality. The advantages are obvious. To be able to defend and counter against anything without exposing yourself ever. Shii-Cho was developed to be perfect. The problem is, it wasn't. Otherwise, the Gemso never would have been devised, and neither would Naiman. As we all know, Naiman was developed by Jedi who were more than a little turned off by the aggression of Shii-Cho, which they felt was in opposition to Jedi philosophy. So, Naiman was developed with the intent of embracing Jedi philosophy and becoming their go-to style. It wasn't designed to create great warriors, but instead to allow scholars to be able to fight reasonably well when the chips were down, to provide a basic level of competence with very little training, just so people who don't train much can still know their way around a lightsaber. Just a basic, easy-to-learn style so amateurs and dabblers can at least know what they're doing, hence the diplomat's form. On the flip side, Naiman is a pathway to absolute mastery for those with the drive and commitment. But unless you are such an obsessive student whose entire self-esteem rests on being the best, Naiman has nothing to bank itself on and is completely useless. And now this takes us to Zhuya. My theory? Form 7 lightsaber combat was developed by Jedi swordmasters who were operating under one basic idea. Naiman sucks. So, they were determined to create a style that corrected all of Naiman's flaws, working hard to zig where Naiman zagged, and they ended up taking it too far. Naiman was based around moderation. Zhuya is based around brutal excess. This style screams egoism and prejudice. It aims to be the greatest lightsaber form ever devised, and in doing so becomes the most perverse, destructive thing in the universe. Zhuya is so at odds with Jedi philosophy that I've even entertained the theory that it is of Sith origin. introduced into the Order by either defectors sharing Sith secrets or infiltrators trying to encourage Darksiders within the ranks of the Jedi. Anywho, these are just a few of my ideas. Hope you enjoyed the video, and please comment. I love winning arguments. This is Jensare, signing off.